right, welcome back to Drinking It In. I'm your host, Chris Casara. We are here to help you know more and drink better. Today we're talking about Rasteau, which is a new appellation in the Southern Rhone. One that, I figured it was worth exploring because, I like so many of the wines from the Southern Rhone, as you may have picked up from the prior videos. So since this is the newest of the bunch, figured let's give it a try and, give you a little background and see how this wine turns out. Now, it's worth noting I was actually going to record this yesterday, but I poured this wine and I just even gave it a little sniff, and it was going to be way too harsh. So I gave it a day. I sort of double decanted this basically. So I poured the entire bottle almost into this glass, poured it back in the bottle just to get it some air and just soften it up a bit, because it definitely had you can almost smell the tannins with it. So we're going to ultimately try this 2016 Hommage du Rhone Rasteau. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about Rasteau. So we've tasted a few wines from the Southern Rhone on this channel. I think mainly from the Gigondas appellation, and Gigondas, Vacqueryas. Those are two of my absolute favorite spots to get wine in the Southern Rhone, and frankly, they're still affordable. Châteauneuf du Pape is also down there, but that's usually a little more pricey. So when I saw that Rasteau was really in that same area, almost right, I think it was right next door to Gigondas, it's going to have a lot of, I figured it'd have a lot of similar characteristics, and it was worth a try. So I guess they've been making, winemakers in Rasteau have been making wines for years, and but they never had their own appellation. It had to be prefixed, I think, with a Cotes du Rhone or Cotes du Rhone Villages label. So the winemakers, they were very persistent in actually getting some recognition for this unique area, because there are some unique soil types and geographies to this that kind of warrant its own classification. So I think it was 2010. I'll put the note exactly if I screwed that up. They finally got the ability to label their wine Rasteau, just Rasteau, not Cotes du Rhone Village Rasteau or Cotes du Rhone Rasteau, and figured let's give it a try. I couldn't find anything in terms of details on this wine in terms of the grape mix in here. So Southern Rhone, as you remember, Grenache, Syrah and Mourvedre, the GSM trio. I do know that Rasteau, I believe, has to be at least 50% Grenache, so we know that is the case. But what makes up the remainder of the blend, I don't know. So we'll see what happens. So it's smell. I mean, this wine it's still pretty strong. Actually, it's really filling up the room. It feels like it's softened from yesterday, but this is a big wine. This is definitely not a soft Grenache wine, right? So since it's Grenache heavy, you're going to get lots of red fruits, right? Maybe a little strawberry notes. This one is much more like a black cherry almost. It indicates to me that there's probably a good amount of Syrah in this wine, because it kind of has that dark fruit profile, and I'm almost getting a peppery note. It's a pretty one to smell, though. Let's see what it tastes like. It's pretty nice. It's very plummy. it almost has like a candied edge as it sits in my mouth. So there's a little sweetness to it. Really, I would call it almost pretty, but it does finish very dry. So, and that's something that I typically stay away from. Wines that are too dry, for me, the experience is lessened. So this one, while it's actually quite delicious, it is big. It's tannic, and it does dry. It does finish dry quite a bit. So, I don't know if maybe another day here we'll still soften it that much more, because I think this has plenty of more time left in it. But I think if this is what Rasteau is going to bring to the table, I think there's a lot of potential here. So if you happen to see a Rasteau in the store, give it a try. I feel like it's going to be a bigger wine than what we're used to in the Southern Rhone, at least just by this bottle. We'll have to have some more just before probably making a generalization like that. But a good start, worthy of exploration, and I hope you found this episode fun. I know I had fun. Please like, subscribe, give me a comment. Give me some comments, what you would like, what we'd like covered, what I can do better, what I am just amazing at, and you just want to give me a compliment. And I will see you next time. Cheers, folks.